Good evening, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hi, thanks for joining me here in Chiang Mai. Just a quick update. I really appreciate you taking the time out here. I just want to give you an update what's been going on with me here. Day 2 in Chiang Mai, Thailand. It's smoking hot right now. It's 10 to 10 in the evening, 9:50 p.m. And it is absolutely smoking hot. It's 32 degrees. And, you know what, hang on a sec, I want to do something. I kind of dropped the ball here, sorry. Just give me a sec. And I want to switch microphones. Super pro move, I know. Hang on. Nicely prepared. Oh. Better. Thank you. Sorry about that. But I was checking something else out with my buds and mic there. I wanted to use the proper mic. So thanks for your patience. Thanks for joining me here in Chiang Mai. Give me a shout out where you are in the world. I'd love to say hi to you as usual and share that with everybody else. Where are y'all watching from tonight? It's just going to be a quick scope update. I have to tell you, excuse me, that I couldn't. I picked up a SIM card yesterday. Ohio, how are you? Nice of you to join me here in Chiang Mai. John Sabot, FarEastAdvTravl. I picked up a SIM card here. They have these almost anywhere you go around Southeast Asia, even East Asia. They have these what they call tourist SIM cards or travel SIM cards. Some of them work okay, some of them don't. And the one here I bought, it's the company's called True Move. And they're a good company, but they sell this tourist 3G SIM card, and which is fine if you're just going to do like upload some pictures on Facebook, or check your emails, or send a message to somebody online or something like that. They're fine, but if you want to do anything that requires more bandwidth, like streaming live, like Periscope or Facebook. They don't work. So I ended up taking a cab out to the mall that's about 20-25 minutes outside of the old city where I'm staying right now, and I had to go to the big direct store and get it all worked out anyways. They got me a proper SIM card, and I'm up and running here, live streaming. I know there's some people here that do some great live streams from Chiang Mai, so I'm not going to try to be an expert on Chiang Mai because I'm new to this part of Southeast Asia, but I will share with you my experiences of Chiang Mai, Thailand, and Thailand while I'm here for the next couple of weeks. This is just my second full day here. So I spent the morning running around temples and taking some pictures. So if you check my Facebook page, FarEastAdvTravl, you'll start seeing some of those posted. Also today, thanks for the hearts, by the way, appreciate that. Give me a shout out where you are. Hey Paula, I saw you joined earlier. Give me a shout out where you are. Love to say hi. Any questions you got about travel here in East Asia or Southeast Asia, shoot them my way. I usually scope from Taiwan a lot, but I'm out in Thailand for the next couple of weeks, exploring and putting together stuff for future podcasts, which is what I normally do. Anyways, I saw this beautiful parade this afternoon, a Lion Society parade. And it just blew me away because the soul, you just watched Facebook Live, oh great, thanks, you are awesome. The soul of the spirit of the people here was just amazing. The music and the dancing, it just, I could have cried, honestly, it was just so good. So I videotaped some of that, or filmed some of that, and from Taiwan. Oh, but nice. I'll share that on Facebook as well. You're kidding, you John Fix? Yeah, no kidding. Thanks. I appreciate the loyalty for sure. So anyways, I'll share that on Facebook as well, and Twitter. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, it's FarEastAdvTravl, or the Nepal page, FarEastAdvTravl Nepal, for just stuff on Nepal. And Twitter is capital FAR, capital ADV, capital TRVL, FarEastAdvTravl. They don't give you enough. They don't give you enough space to spell the whole thing out, so I had to do an abbreviation when I opened that account. I know it's a little tricky. Thanks. Like I say, if you're just joining us, give me a shout out where you are so I can say hi. I normally don't do these kind of all full on look at me face scopes. I hope to, Paula. I'm trying to put together some funding for a film project for Nepal. So I'm just working on that right now, and if I get that together and it works, then I'll be back in Nepal, possibly within the next couple of months. I'm hoping anyway, so we'll see. If not, then I may not be getting back there till the fall, but I'm hoping to be there within the next couple of months. So Nepal is one of my favorite places. I love Nepal, and it's always the people. Actually, one of my latest audio podcasts, I interviewed Martin Zingel, who's an Austrian writer, photojournalist. A great guy. I met him when I was in Nepal. He was writing a book on Nepal. And, oh, hey, Massachusetts. Hey, awesome. Tim, how are you? Great to see you. Anyways, I interviewed him about his experiences in Nepal and his book that he's written. And if you want to check that out, that's on my audio podcast, FarEastAdvTravl, either in iTunes or on blogtalkradio.com. Nepal is very close to me. But I have to tell you, my first impressions of Thailand, the people here are just so friendly, and they have a saying about Thailand, the land of 1,000 smiles, and it's just so true. Everybody's smiling. They're so nice, and there's just a calm feeling here. And of course, most places you go in Southeast Asia, you're going to get that kind of a spirit, and I believe a lot of it comes from the spirituality and the culture of Buddhism in many of these countries, obviously. So it really rings true here in Thailand, in northern Thailand, especially in Chiang Mai. So I'm really loving my experience so far here. It's only day 2, but I'll probably be held over here a few more days than I originally thought. I thought I was going to be here 4 or 5 days, but I'll probably be here at least a week now, I think, because I want to check out the kind of expat blogger scene here, or people that are digital nomads are making Chiang Mai their home, and one of the reasons why is because the cost of living here is low, so you can bootstrap a project and manage to do that here. Also, they have the infrastructure here, so they have, it's developed, and there's lots of great high-speed Wi-Fi here, so it doesn't make it frustrating if you're doing like work that requires lots of bandwidth. So that's something that's necessary if you're an entrepreneur and you're working on big projects like that, or apps, stuff like that. So people are making Chiang Mai a center here, and they can work here legally as long as they're working online under travel visas, so they don't have to open a business. So that's why a lot of people are attracted here, and they can rent an apartment for 8,000 baht a month. I do follow them, yes I do. So this is, I'm more interested in finding out about this and reaching out to these people and just kind of seeing what's driving them and what's life is like here. But a lot of people are coming here and making it their home. So it's a really interesting phenomenon, and it could be like the capital of travel bloggers, certainly in East Asia or Southeast Asia. So I'm really interested in delving into that a little bit more. And so I'll be here checking that out. That's outside of the old city, I think close to the university district here in Chiang Mai. So I'll be checking that out as well. And then before I leave, I'll be heading down to Bangkok. So we'll see. Do I speak Russian? No, I wish I did though. I have some Russian blood in me, or Ukraine blood actually, but I don't speak any. I wish I did. I'm barely able to speak a little bit of Chinese, and I live in Taiwan now, so Russian would be just, that would be over the top for me, but I appreciate that. Thanks for inviting your followers, by the way. And before I go, please, like I said, I normally don't do these one-on-one chats, and I like to kind of show stuff and show where I'm at, but it's really kind of dark here. There's not a lot to see, but I just wanted to give you an update because I've been kind of dormant for a little bit. I normally make my base in Taiwan, and northern Taiwan has absolutely been pouring rain lately. I have to tell you, it's just day in and day out, just rain. It was just really weighing heavy on me. So coming out here has been a nice break, and I understand from posts that I've seen that the rain stopped for 3 hours, and now it's going again in northern Taiwan. So it's I really feel for them now. And this time of year, it should not be doing that as much, and it should be warming up, but they've gotten some really brutal cold snaps in northern Taiwan lately as well. So we'll see how things go. But here, it's 32 degrees right now, 10 o'clock at night, 39 degrees earlier in the day. It's slash and burn season. So slash and burn season is when the farmers will burn fields, make new fields available for growing rice. Primarily it's for growing rice. So it's called slash and burn, and they do this all over Southeast Asia. So it creates a lot of smoke. It was really, really bad last year in Indonesia, and the smoke was just traveling everywhere around, into Malaysia and Singapore. And it was I was in Kuala Lumpur during this really smoky period, and I went for observatory view of the on the Petronas Towers, and you could barely see anything. The visibility was so bad. So it's not like that right now here in northern Thailand. It was a little bit smoky late this afternoon, but not like, the visibility is quite good actually, I think, for this time of year. But I was in Laos a couple of years ago, and it was really, really smoky, and the weather forecast simply said, the symbol just said smoke, and that's what it's like this time of year. But right now it's pretty good, and it's leading up to the new year here. It's called Songkran in Thailand, and it's water throwing season. So part of the ritual of the new year is blessing people by throwing water at them, and it's all for good luck and good fun. But it's a big water fight here, so they're getting ready for that. But that usually doesn't start till late in the first week of April, around the 7th or 8th or 9th. And the New Year's around the 14th or 15th, that proximity. So the travel planning around that time of year is very difficult if you're coming to Southeast Asia, because this is a festival that's celebrated all throughout Southeast Asia. It's called something different. It's called Pimai in Laos, and here it's called Songkran. It's called something else in Myanmar. Yes, it's an agricultural practice. So it's called slash and burn, and they burn primarily for rice crops here in Southeast Asia. But they grow other things as well. But a lot of it's for rice crops. So, anyways, if you ever want to come here, you make sure that you plan ahead, because the prices go way up as you get closer to this festival. So the airline tickets are jumping up double what they were the week previous, and hotels will get booked up, and they'll double the rate sometimes, in some cases, at guest house and some hotels for that the few days around New Year's. So just so you know, if you ever want to come around there. So I'm going to be out of here before all of that happens. So I'll be leaving out of Bangkok April the 2nd. So I will miss the New Year, but I will be away from that. So, but I will be scoping more while I'm here. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time for this face-to-face quick update here. So I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Please follow me. Please check out my podcasts on iTunes, Far East Adventure Travel video podcast and audio podcast, brand new, 2 uploaded today for you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye from Chiang Mai.